Speaking of YouTubers that we've had to say goodbye to a lot of YouTubers recently.
What?
Well,
where did this come from?
Wait, who?
Retiring and just shit like that.
I thought you meant like dying.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like
was like,
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I was like, who are we saying goodbye to?
I guess that sounds bad after we talked about Toriyama.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about fucking retiring and shit.
Are you talking about like Matt Pat's last video and stuff?
Yeah, we got Matt Pat's last video and Rooster Teeth as well.
Oh yeah.
Is no more.
You know what? I didn't really grow up watching Rooster Teeth stuff. Like
didn't?
as
Me neither.
not as much as other people.
Because they were like pre-YouTube, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously watched like Red versus Blue and stuff, but like
Yeah.
other than that,
Achievement Hunters, I watched.
I never watched
Achievement
like
course you'd
that
watch
kind of
Achievement
stuff.
Hunters.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, fuck off.
The goblin gamer brain that you have.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'd known about Rooster Teeth for so long, and obviously I found out about them from Red vs. Blue because everyone was watching that when it first came out. But after that, I don't think I really watched a lot of Rooster Teeth
I remember
stuff.
watching Red versus Blue back before YouTube was a thing.
Yeah,
I having to
yeah.
like download like MP4 files
Yeah.
on their website to watch episodes of Red versus Blue. And just like I guess them starting the whole machinima kind of like,
God.
having a big influence on just machinima craze in general.
Yeah.
God, do you guys miss the Machinima era of YouTube at all? Not the company, not so much the company.
Okay, the company I don't. But
Yeah, not
like,
the company.
the content was cool.
Content was cool.
The content.
Yeah,
No, it's just, I mean, I think it was also a product of its era. You know?
Yeah,
I think it's-
definitely.
I don't think I would watch it now.
Definitely dated when you look back on it, but at the time it was fine. Yeah, it was
Why,
good. It
why
was
did
good.
Rooster Teeth disband or go bankrupt?
I think they got bought out like quite a while ago, and then their parent company just decided to discontinue a lot of their projects, except for like maybe the podcast. But that also means Ruby is no more as well, from what I understand.
Owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Oh wait, when was it bought out by Warner Brothers?
Quite a while ago,
Huh.
I feel like.
Oh.
But it's their company.
Damn, they were around for 21 years.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Which is
2003.
insane to think. Which is like insane to think about.
2003, same year as Finding Nemo.
However, no
know why I
such.
remember.
No, they weren't bought. They merged. How was it?
I feel I don't know what the entire lore history of Rooster Teeth is.
Yeah.
I had like a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, I had like some meeting with some executive of Rooster Teeth or something.
Yeah.
For no real reason, really. It was just like some kind of meeting.
Yeah.
And I remember they were telling me about the stuff they were trying to produce or were thinking of producing, and it sounded very, very corporate. It was very different to what I thought Rooster Teeth was.
Yeah.
Because at the time when he was telling me about some of the shows they were working on, I was like, this is
I mean, I
interesting.
guess that's a product of, being bought
Born-
out
yeah,
by
yeah.
a big
Yeah.
company like Warner
Yeah.
Brothers, right?
But I think it's hard, because in an age where we have so many kind of influencer, YouTuber-led companies that really kind of get the core of what it is to be a YouTuber now and be in that era, it's kind of hard for these companies that have been bought out by giant conglomerates to kind of really straddle the line between pleasing the higher ups of the company and also still remaining true to what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, something similar happened to like Smosh.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Or like Phase,
Phase. I wouldn't put them in the same bracket as a Smosh and a Rooster Teeth.
I wouldn't think you were a Phase viewer, Joey.
Well,
that
no.
doesn't really sound like you're.
Phase is what vapes are to cigars, Jerry.
Yeah. Well, no, but like Phase is like another example of like how their operations changed a lot.
I don't even know what the fuck the Phase operation was.
Yeah.
I had no idea what their business
Well,
model was.
I've definitely saw a ton of articles being like the real Phase is coming back, and I'm like, I don't even know what the
I
real
don't know what the
Phase
real
is.
Phase is.
But I guess they're coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If I to this day, I've still not met a person who can explain to me what the fuck the Phase business model was or how it was supposed to make money. I didn't
Was it-
understand it.
I don't understand why.
I don't know.
Okay, have you? I've never met a single Phase fan
me neither.
before.
No.
Have you ever met a single Phase fan?
Well, I'm not friends with 12-year-olds, so
Yeah, I'm not
you know,
friends with 12-year-olds.
it's kind of hard.
But like even
Last time I
back,
was friends with
even like back in the
12-year-olds, I was
day,
12.
Was when I was
when we were, because that's when it came out, and it's so weird to me seeing like how much success they've had, because anecdotally, I've never seen anyone or interacted with anyone in this in the field at all. And you know, it's not like I don't know gamers or I don't know anyone in that field.
Well, I think, first I need to know what the fuck FaZe even is.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know what a FaZe clan. I didn't know what a
started
FaZe
in
clan.
We sound like
2010.
fucking boomers.
Yeah.
What is a FaZe?
Like I know esports. Of course I know esports.
We started out as internet kids armed with cameras and a die-hard love for video games. We've turned our passions and struggles into a global creative engine that has been a part of defining gaming culture. Most importantly, we're a family. That makes... What are you, Vin Diesel? We're a family! We care about each other!
that last line.
But so many of these, you know, these internet companies were just, you know, they
Did they start as a content creator house?
I think it's a content.
How would you describe?
org.
Okay, let's say let's say in this hypothetical universe we decide to sell Trash Taste, or
Okay.
we have to do a company bio in Trash Taste. How would you describe the what's the company bio? of
Trash Taste is not just a podcast. It is a family of thoughts and friends and opinions who share a love for anime and gaming,
And then end it
most
with-
importantly, a love of our fans, which there are millions.
and then at the end we write poo poo pee pee stinky.
But like, you know, in like mid 2014, 2015, which I think is around the time they sold a significant chunk, all of these companies, because there was so much venture capital want for these like online companies.
Yeah.
So all of them were just like, well, okay, well, these dudes are offering like tens of millions, or in some cases hundreds of millions, to buy out. Like, yeah, of course I'm going to say yeah. Like if I had a fucking FaZe clan, some dude came to me and was like, yeah, I'll give you 50 million. I'm like, yeah. Fucking take FaZe clan, take my wife, take my kids, take everything. I don't need it all. 50 million? All right, cool. We'll restart. We'll rebuild a civilization. I'm going to go to Arrakis and farm spice.
That was one hell of a monologue you just put on there.
That was a lot to like sink in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm reading this history right now of FaZe, and I'm just like, it just seems like they were a conglomerate that bought out a bunch of, like, it says there, like, they acquired G2, Counter-Strike Go, international lineup, and MLG stuff, and
Well, esports still isn't
Cloud9.
isn't making money, right? Or is that?
Yeah. So yeah. So in like between 2015 and 2020, 2021, there's a huge investment in esports. People just thought that like esports and gaming was like was
The next
like,
big
it's like
thing.
Midas's touch. They just thought everything that it touched was gold, and it was worth like as much money as you could throw into it. And so everything ballooned into like billions of dollars, and then afterwards, you know, as it always does with investment, there comes a point where
The
people
bubble burst.
are like, so when do we start making money? And
so like, yeah, about that.
yeah.
We can spend money.
Well, because it's like Amazon too. They're like, all right, you either have to acquire new users or start making money. With Twitch, and they're like, all right, so now that they don't seem to be growing as much, how are you going to monetize this giant audience?
Yeah.
And then they're like, what do you mean?
Like,
How was we supposed to do that?
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's just again, just venture capitalists going crazy.
It does make me, because have you guys seen The Social Network?
Yeah.
The more that I've been in like the influencer industry, the more I kind of like appreciate. I can't remember all the names of the characters in that one, but you know, Mark Zuckerberg's friend who was like trying to ask a reasonable question of like, when do we monetize this platform? And then the answer he got was just, you know, it's not. It's like we don't know what the Facebook. It's not about the money. We don't know what Facebook is now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not even cool. It's like if we monetize it, it's not cool.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, sure, that sounds like a cool line in the context of the movie, but I'm wondering how many other businesses have asked the same question and
Well,
just like
yeah.
never made money and just like, yeah, we're just gonna let's just you know what
Let's
they
see
say.
how it goes,
We're
you
gonna
know?
spend money to make
Dude,
money. We're gonna.
mean, yeah, I mean, it's insane. Like that's like the new business model now is to just invest.
Yeah.
Don't make a profit. Just grow as a platform.
Yeah.
There was a really funny thing that was like, type in British Zoom investment. There was a British company that raised like 300 million or something ridiculous to basically make Zoom but British. British Zoom.
What is British Zoom?
It was like British.
Zoomies.
It was like British. What was it called? Fuck, I can't remember what the company's called. But basically, yeah, it was basically just Zoom that was British, And I guess somehow they'd raised like 300 million, and then the CEO or whatever just like liquidates like 100 million, and the company just goes bankrupt because it was a shit idea, and I don't know why anyone invested. But it makes you realize how the hell are these companies raising this much money? and after like getting
Bank maybe.
No, it's venture capitalists. They're crazy, man. They just gamble. They have no idea.
When you have that much money, it's all just it's all just like gambling.
Just
at that
monopoly
point.
money at that point.
Yeah,
but you're like, what the fuck? Because I spoke to some people who do like the venture capitalism, and it just sounds like a weird world of like a very small group of people like, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
It is the most expensive game of darts ever.
Let's invest. because the business model is about like, let's invest in like 100 companies. 99 of them are gonna be like dog shit and don't do anything, and they're all weird and crazy.
Yeah.
They don't want to invest in boring stuff or safe options because they could invest in safer things that have a guaranteed return of like 2% or 5% or anything like that. They want stuff that like 1000x is their investment. Yeah. So it's like that you hear about these absolutely bizarre fucking investments. So you're like, why was $100 million given to this thing that was clearly never going to make money? And it's like, because if it did, it would have been such a huge success that investors would have gotten excited, because investors don't want boring things, which is so weird. Because it's like, when did we start going into this backwards ass kind of world, and we wanted stuff that was so dumb and so out there that's what it required for us to want.
Well,
like,
it's how you get projects like whatever the fuck Elon Musk pitched to like revolutionize transport. Do you remember like the Boring Company?
Oh, what a fucking joke that is!
Yeah, that was a joke.